Hey everybody, Speed Duel Bro here. I've got a new deck profile and I call this Swift Skilled Blue Magician, aka Swift Skilled Blue. Let's get right into it. For the skill card, we'll be using David, Digging for Gold. For the monster lineup, we've got 2 Old Vindictive Magicians, 3 Breaker the Magical Warrior, 2 Swift Gaia the Fierce Knight, and the star of the deck, 3 Skilled Blue Magicians. Then for spells, we've got 2 Night Beam, 2 Offerings to the Doomed, 3 Book of Moons, and 3 Allure of Darkness. Okay everyone, before we begin on how to win with this deck / strategies, I want all of us to peep Skilled Blue Magician real quick. Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card when that spell resolves, maximum 3. You contribute this card with 3 spell counters on it. Special summon 1 Gaia the Fierce Knight monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Now pay attention to this last part, guys. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 card you control that you can place a spell counter on. Place 1 spell counter on it. Okay, everyone got that? Alright everyone, let's focus on how to win and strategize with the deck. So opening hand, it's gonna look like any combination of these cards, right? So ideally, we want to have Skilled Blue Magician first hand, and then a combination of spells. Now the deck's been engineered so that getting Skilled Blue Magician's effects off isn't too difficult. Here's one of the strategies that I like to use. Okay, this represents your hand. This is your field right now, okay? So we're gonna activate some spells. We're gonna activate Night Beam, pop off one of the back row. We're gonna activate Allure, give me another spell counter for Skilled Blue. Oh, would you look at that? I drew into another Allure. So there goes the 3rd spell counter, okay? So now we contribute off Skilled Blue Magician for Swift Gaia. But the combo doesn't end there, guys. Watch this. So we're gonna pop another back row with Breaker's effect, but then with Skilled Blue's 2nd effect, we banish it from the graveyard and then place a spell counter where it can be placed on. So meaning we're gonna place it on Breaker. Wow! And now we can remove it again, Breaker's spell counter, to pop another back row. We don't fear back row in this deck, guys. Not at all. And there have been times, guys, wherein I might have had 2 Skilled Blue Magicians, and then I instantly also summoned the other Swift Gaia. So meaning that's 4,600 damage on the board. OTK potential right there, then and there. And then another good move, guys, is that let's say you have 1 Skilled Blue Magician in the graveyard. You can banish it and put the 3rd spell counter on the other Skilled Blue Magician. And then we can tribute it for the 2nd Swift Gaia. You'd be surprised, guys, how fast Gaia comes out in this deck. That's why I like to call it Swift Skilled Blue. So, as you can see everyone, that's the strategy. It's really just to maximize and utilize Skilled Blue Magician's effects to its full potential. Okay everyone, on to card analysis and thought processes when I was making this deck. So as for the skill card, if you don't already know what it is, it's Digging for Gold. Activate this skill during your main phase. You can banish 3 cards from your graveyard, then draw 1 card. This skill can only be used once per duel. So the reason why we're playing Digging for Gold, everyone, is because if you notice fairly quickly in the how to win and strategize part of this video, we're gonna go through our deck fairly quickly because of our spell cards. So meaning we're gonna have a pile of cards in our graveyard right away, thus making Digging for Gold fairly effective. And also, since we're playing Offerings to the Doom and we can't draw after using that, Digging for Gold's gonna neutralize that. But again, the moment you can use Digging for Gold, use it right away because we want advantage. Next up, we have the heart and soul of the deck, Skilled Blue Magician, 1800 attack, 1800 defense. And then with its 2 stellar effects, you can definitely pull off some sweet moves with this guy. A lot of OTK potential. Then we have Breaker, because Breaker fits well, and with the spell counter mechanic, it's just a perfect fit. And it's dark. So Allure of Darkness engine, here we come. Next, we have Old Vindictive Magician. It's a dark type, everyone, so meaning more fuel for Allure of Darkness, and it gives the deck a little bit of defense, because sometimes we may not open the ideal hand first turn. So Old Vindictive here is gonna protect us and keep the opponent guessing what our face down could potentially be. And last but not least, we have Swift Gaia, the Fierce Knight. Now it killed me not being able to play all three of my Swift Gaias, because check this out. There's 1 Gaia, 2 Gaia, and 3 Gaia. Doesn't that look beautiful, everyone? 3 shiny Gaias. But that's besides the point. So the reason why I stuck with 2, everyone, is because 3 was too bricky, too clunky. And if you noticed earlier here, the effect states, if this is the only card in your hand, you can normal summon this card without tributing. So meaning, if I drew 2 or more Gaias, oh, we're in trouble. We're not gonna win anything at that point. That's why only 2 Gaias is sufficient. And plus, with Skilled Blue Magician's effect, the fact that we can tribute it and summon Gaia anywhere from the deck, hand, or graveyard, oh, no worries then. We're good. And here's a fun fact about Speed Duel, bro. Me and Gaia, we go way back in our TCG days, specifically the Synchro era. I performed so many OTKs with Gaia, and that's why I consider Gaia to be my most loyal knight. That's why this deck was made. It was Gaia inspired. Now on to spells. We play Night Beam because it's an easy spell to play, instant back row removal, and it gives Skilled Blue Magician its spell counters. And remember everyone, I engineered this deck so that Skilled Blue Magician can get its effects off faster, and that's why we only play spells. So we have Book of Moon next for offensive and defensive purposes. Next we have Offerings to the Doomed. Now the same as Book of Moon, used for offensive or defensive purposes. And when I say offensive purposes, let's say the only thing standing in your way is that one face-up monster your opponent has, and you can pull off the OTK, why not use this? And then of course you use it with Digging for Gold, so that you'll be able to still draw. Last for spells, we have Allure of Darkness. This is one of the easiest spells to activate in the deck, and it kind of helps balance Offerings to the Doom a little bit. So there you go. So everyone, let me tell you why, in my humble opinion, this deck is semi-competitive, even potentially competitive, is because this deck is highly versatile and adaptable. So meaning, if you have a good side deck and in the hands of the right duelist, you can go all the way. I wholeheartedly believe that. Because, again, as mentioned earlier, we could have used any skill card for this deck. I just felt that Digging for Gold was the most appropriate for me. It could be something else for you guys. But again, you'd be surprised how adaptable this deck can be. It can definitely catch opponents off guard. They won't see the OTK coming. So yeah, everyone, there's the deck profile. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, because Gaia is close and near and dear to my heart. But yeah, give it a try, have fun with it, adjust it to your liking. But always remember, guys, even if I'm having fun, I always play to win. Alright everyone, don't forget to like, comment, and feel free to subscribe, because if you love speed duels, I'm sure you'll love me too. The Speed Duel, bro. Alright, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.